This is Neil from iPaintGirls.com, and we're to continue on with the arm, doing the muscles for the arm, and now we're going to be doing the back view. So I can probably I'll just move this up to do the back view here. Just want to show real quick an overview of what the back view is and how it connects to the back. So this arm is kind of pulled back away from the person, so the person's kind of shrugging their shoulders back away from them. And really, to make it not look like they're shrugging their shoulders back away from them, all you have to do is maybe overlap this line and then erase that one, and make this muscle overlap that, and that muscle overlap that, and then that would pretty much change the view, the perspective. All right. Anyway, so you have the elbow here, and sometimes you can see that little line there. It just looks kind of cool, or you can do it like little dash lines on one side maybe. I recommend when you're watching this to watch it full screen, because otherwise it's really hard to see. So make sure you click on the full screen button, and also click on the 480p if you can. Right. Anyway, so with the back we have completely different muscles. You don't see, these muscles are no longer relevant that we learned from the front and side view. The back has different muscles altogether. It has actually, where this comes down, there's actually two muscles here on the back that kind of come like so. But you're not going to be drawing those, because most likely you're not going to see even on the buffest person. So you might indicate like one by doing little lines here, little lines there, just kind of hint that there's muscles there, but you're probably not going to want to do that. A lot of this is bare around the bone, and this is just a lot of bare skin, but you do see part of this muscle on this side here, and part of these two muscles rather. Yeah, these two muscles on here and here. And that's what gives that, curve. So this muscle is here, and this muscle is here. Notice this one's a little bit higher than this one, and actually this is a little bit longer. This actually comes down more like so. This side is higher, so there's an angle like that. Oh man, it's so funny, I'm so used to digital that I wanted to undo this line I just made, but I can't undo it in the real world. Then you have this kind of horseshoe effect here for the tricep. Just remember that the side of the tricep that's on this side of the arm, the side of the tricep that is on this side, so from the back side, or just remember this, when you have in the back side of the arm, probably the easiest way to remember this is the side that's closest to the back. So the side of the tricep that is near the back is the long side of the tricep. So this comes down long like this. Short side is on the opposite side of the back. So just remember that. So you have the short side, long side. And sometimes you can see like the muscle coming up through here. I usually just indicate it with little lines like I did there. So let's go ahead and see then how to draw it. So just same thing as we did before, except now we're going to be kind of drawing our oval like this, because the way the shoulder connects to the body. And then you draw your other oval that connects to that oval like so. And hopefully, again, you be in full screen, otherwise you probably can't even see this. And probably 480p if you want it to be clear. Draw the little rectangle that we've gotten used to drawing, and then connecting to that you draw your tapered cylinder. Right, so once we have this, just remember that the shape of this muscle kind of comes like this, but you're not going to be drawing that. And just I'm going to have it to where the back actually is going to come like so, and then the wings. So I'm going to kind of hide part of the arm behind it. So you have the long part of the tricep coming down like that. And I'm just going to hint at with little lines like so. And I'm going to hint at this side as well, because this usually looks better when you just kind of hint at this muscle rather than drawing, definite lines for the inside part. And you can probably, draw some shading on one side or something, and then maybe draw some shading in here as well to kind of show that it's, it's being puffed out. Then the line just kind of comes down like so. Then you have this kind of line here, this kind of skin. Then you have your elbow. And sometimes there's like little lines that come up like that, look cool on the elbow. And you might want to just hint at that part actually. Here, I'm going to redo that. Let's go ahead and just hint at this side by just making little dashes like that, and then maybe a little line there. The slightest little dash sometimes can make all the difference in a drawing. It's really kind of cool. I'm going to start by going like that. I'm going to start by just drawing the outline here. That is the contour. Always remember that this has a longer line that comes down like that. So it's, that you have that angle there between here and here. And then if I want, I can add this muscle in here, and I'm going to do it by just adding some lines like that. I can hint at this muscle down there as well. And you can maybe hint at a couple muscles down here if you wanted to. And then we do the shoulder. And the shoulder is, especially from the back, it's really quite big. And I'm going to kind of add that line there, maybe another little line here. Okay. I actually kind of made that all this kind of scrunched up. Because my construction lines, my guidelines were too small to begin with. Anyway, so now we're going to do it from the other side. I'm going to make sure this time I draw that piece a little bit longer, my square in there. I'm going to do it now. I'm doing the other side, that way we can see the difference on how you draw it. And just remember, the side that's connecting to the back, as discussed before, is the side that has the longer part of that muscle. I'm going to have the elbow in here. I'm going to bring this part here. Remember, this also the side that is toward the back is a side that is long. That the side here on the forearm, the one that goes down here, and the side that's away from the back is the one that starts up here, higher up there. And so anyway, I did the same thing again because I had done on that side. So I figured I might as well make him deformed in both views. That is, properly this should have been more like this, just to kind of show really quick. I'm going to make it way longer because this is how it should have been in the first place. So I'm going to draw that out like that, kind of hint at that muscle there. This would kind of come down. Whoa, that's a super duper tricep. Let me go ahead and I mean, there are guys that buff, but I don't want my dude that buff, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna draw my elbow here, hint at that muscle there, hint at the wrist down there, and actually I want to make that, want that kind of lump like so. Just trying to get rid of some of those guidelines I had down there. When I kind of placed this elbow a little bit higher, I had it down too far. Right, so that's pretty much all there is to it when it comes to the back view. And so again, you just remember different places where you place your muscles. And also remember that right here there's going to be like a white left, because when you have two forms turning over, like you have a sphere on top of a sphere like this, and the light's going to be hitting here, and so all this is going to be in shade, right? Then we know that all that's going to be in shade as well. Well, there's going to be a little bit of light right here on the crease. So the dark is going to be really dark here, and then it's going to turn into light here, and this is all going to be like lighter shaded, like that. So just remember that. It's something important to remember when you're doing pretty much any kind of form, but especially muscles. Right, so there we go. That's how the arm should have looked before. I'm going to kind of pull that a little bit straighter there. So these ones are too short, so just make sure when you're doing your your guides that you extend it down farther like I did on this one. Can bring that one out a little bit more, make it more defined. Just going to add some shading. I'm going to kind of shade this whole side of the arm actually as well. That way the light's just kind of hitting over there. Maybe shade just a little bit of that part. Right, so there you have it. Maybe a little bit of this would be shaded just right there. Right, so tune in for the next part, and we're going to do, what angle did I want to do? I'm going to have to cut this short, but anyway, we're going to do the other angle, this angle here, so tune back for that angle.